Welcome to our class of CapCut or social media video edits using CapCut. In my previous classes, I've shown you a couple of promo video edits. In this class, I'm going to be showing you how you'll be able to make a trendy speed transition video just by using CapCut. So before getting into our class or before starting off CapCut, we have to find the exact resources that we're going to be needing in this class. So make sure to follow up my classes. Make sure not to skip anything because if you do, you might miss out on something important. So let's get into our course or let's get into our class by opening up any browser which you have on your device and then go off to pixels.com or whichever royalty-free site you are using to gather your resources. So let's open them up. From my screen, you can see that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be typing in pixels.com. And after I go off to pixels.com, I'm just going to go and search for a couple of car videos. So I'm going to cut this off, car, hit on enter. And I'm going to find out a couple of the same car videos. It will just help me a lot more. So instead of going off the photos, I'm going to search for the videos for the exact car. Okay. So I'm going to zoom out a bit more. And from here, there we go. We have this over here. You can see this one is kind of bluish and also a bit of purplish. It's kind of like a chameleon color. This looks quite good. And this one's also better. So let's just check out if we can find out more of these videos or more of the same type of clips. There we go. We have another one over here. I'm going to check out more. Okay. So I'm going to go down. There we go. I'm just going to find out more of these clips. It will help me a lot more to add it up to my video and make sure that it looks a bit better. Okay. So because if you have like a whole different video, you can also try it out. But I'm just going to make sure that it is all synced up together. So from here, instead of just searching for a car, what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for a Lambo. Okay. So I'm going to search for a Lambo. There we go. We have one video. So I'm just going to click on Lamborghini. There we go. And we're going to wait if I can find more of the videos. There we go. We have two of the same, yellow, yellow. And we have the blue one over here, 3, 4. Okay, this one is also looking quite good because we already have 4 and 5 clips. So I'm going to check this out. I'm going to check this out. There we go. If this is not playing, you just have to, click on it and then play it on your own. There we go. These are all the clips that we found, but there we go. We can see this one and this one and this one and also this one. Okay. So it will also look quite good if we all combine it together. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do from here is that I'm going to download all of these. So I'm going to click on download. We're going to wait until this has started downloading. There we go. Downloading. Then I'm going to download this one. Now wait for a bit until this one is also starting to download. Now it will take a bit of time if you don't have a stable internet connection, but I'm going to keep on downloading. Let's say this one. I'm going to download this one. It will also start downloading, and I'm also going to download this one. And you can also download the other ones if you want to, but I'm going to download all these 4. It will help me a lot more to actually combine and sync them together. And obviously we're going to be needing a specific, let's say, audio, which will help me to combine all of them together. So I'm going to keep all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's another one over here, which I can actually use. This one is also quite good. We can also try using this one. And I'm also going to be using this one and this one, whichever one you prefer. So depending on you, whatever you prefer, I'm going to download this and also this, or maybe this and this, which is going to make it look a lot more better. So I'm going to wait until all of these have been downloaded, and then I'm going to search for my audios, which I'm going to be syncing each and every one of them through the whole class. So from my screen, you can see that I have downloaded all 4 of them. Now, the next things that I want to download is going to be this one and also this one. It will also make it look quite good. So I'm going to download this. I can also download a couple of these over here, which will also make sure that all of them looks better. Okay. So I can download these. I'm going to download this one. I'm going to download the next one over here. And I'm also going to be downloading the yellow one. Okay. So as I have downloaded all of them, we can see all of them are of the same car. Okay, so it will obviously, make it look a lot more better. Okay, So I'm going to download that, and I'm going to download this one. There we go, which one is also looking quite good. There we go. I'm going to wait for a bit, and I'm going to be combining all of them together. Okay. So we have, let's say we have the red one, and then I'm going to wait for the next one, which is going to be, let's say, either the green or the yellow. So I'm going to wait for each and every one of them to download. So I have downloaded all of the files that I need. Now I'm going to be needing to download a couple of audios, which is going to go with each and every one of these clips. So I'm going to go off to pexels.com. I'm going to search for transportation. And from here, I'm going to download, let's say, this drone harmonic. Here we go. This is going to be quite cool if I download this. There we go. This has been downloaded. Now I'm going to be needing, let's say, car sounds. So I'm going to click on car. And I'm going to do is going to be clicking on these ones. Inside car. Let's check out a couple of these audios if it goes good. Okay, not this one. This one looks quite good. I'm going to search for music this time. Search for it. This one is also quite good, so I'm going to download this. Okay, so I'm going to wait for a bit. And as we have all of our resources applied, or let's say downloaded, now I can open up CapCut. So now that you can see that I have opened up CapCut, I'm going to create a project. I'm going to wait for a bit until it opens up on my screen like this. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be changing them into, let's say, fast transition. Hit on enter. And that is the name. And we can see the frame rate is 30 FPS. I'm going to click on import. I'm going to go off the downloads over here. And I'm going to select all of them. I'm going to press on open. Okay. So now that we have opened up each and every one of them, now I'm going to start off with this drone. I'm going to play it. Okay. So I'm going to apply it over here. And then I'm going to add in, let's say, this one. This one looks quite good. Play it. And I'm going to wait until this appears up. There we go. This is where I want it to stop. I'm going to press on B to cut this off. Delete. And over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this is a bit more smoother. So I'm going to keep it on basics, or let's say I'm going to go off the speed a bit, and I'm going to increase the sound just a bit more. I'm going to wait until the process has been applied. So we have the first clip. And here I'm going to do is I'm going to go off the stock materials. I'm going to apply a black screen over here. And in this black screen, what I want to do is I want to apply a bit of, let's say, text. Okay. I'm going to put in speed over here. Okay. Up till this part. And over on this part, I'm also going to be adding in an audio. Let's say we have this car racing. I'm going to play it out. Okay. So I'm going to add this just in case. But first off, I'm going to turn off this audio over here. I'm going to select a part. Okay. So I'm just going to cut out this part. I'm going to press on Control B. And up till here. And I'm going to select A. I'm going to make a duplicate. I'm going to keep this around over here. Okay. I'm going to delete this for now. Let's play it out all together. Okay, so we have the first clip and also the audio. Now for the next clip, I'm going to create a section over here too. Press on B, Control Z to zoom. Okay, undo the process. I'm going to create another section over here. Press on A. I'm going to reduce the drone sound on this level only. Okay, and over here, I'm going to add, let's say, a transition of the audio, which is going to make it look or sound a bit more better. Now we have the first clip. So here, I'm going to apply a text. So I'm going to click on text. I'm going to apply a default text right over here. On this text, I'm going to name it. Let's say I'm going to type in luxury. Now over here, I'm going to change the font. Okay. I'm going to select on something looking quite good. This one looks quite good. I'm going to apply a transition so that it just looks a lot more better. Here, I'm going to apply an animation at the beginning, and also I'm going to apply it a bit at the end. Okay. There we go. This one looks quite good. Also looking quite good. Now I'm going to check it out if there are a couple more of these, I'm going to check them. Go wave in. I'm just going to apply this over here. It has been applied. Now if I check this whole thing out. Okay, over here, I'm going to apply an out animation, blur left. So we have the first clip. I'm going to go off to import. Now, as we have applied this one, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this clip. I'm going to start off from here. B. Cut this part out. Delete. I'm going to have it up till here. Okay. So I'm going to cut this off. Delete. And I'm going to be fixing the speed of this. 1.7. I'm going to wait until the process of this has been done. And after the process will be done, I can check it out anytime I want to. I'm going to apply this and this together. I'm going to make a duplicate. Control C. And right over here, I'm going to paste it. I'm going to put in, let's say, instead of luxury, this time I'm going to put in speed. And comfort. I'm going to apply the same transitions. I'm going to apply this, Control C, Control V. There we go. Reduce the sound of this. Reduce it a bit more. There we go. Over here, I'm going to increase this. I'm going to fade out over here so that we have, let's say a professional type of editing going on over here. And over here, I'm also going to be cutting out the edges. B. There we go. Press on A to shift to a different mode. Zoom in a bit more. I'm going to zoom out just in this case. Fade in, fade out. Done over here. So we have 2 of these clips. I'm going to apply a fade in over here too. Now, as we have 2 of these, now I'm going to be applying more of these over here. So we have applied this one, and then we applied this one. Now I'm going to apply this. I'm going to start off here. B, delete, delete. I'm going to have it up till here. B, delete. And I'm also going to be increasing the speed on this one so that it minimizes a bit more. Wait until the process has been done. I'm going to increase it a bit more. Let's say I'm going to keep it 2x. And I'm going to reduce the sound of them just a bit so that it just sounds a bit more better. There we go. I'm going to take the header over here. I'm going to select this and this. There we go. I'm going to apply a transition on each and every one of them by the end of the class. But before that, I'm just going to apply these. Now, the last thing or the last clip is going to be this one. I'm going to be turning off these snaps. I'm going to keep it off right over here. I'm going to start off from here. And I'm going to keep it up till here. Okay? We're going to be needing that, smooth flow. I'm going to press Control C and V again. I'm going to paste it right over here. Control Z, Control C and V. Right over here. Control C and V. Right over here. And here I'm going to increase this sound over here. Now let's just keep this part. I'm going to keep it along with this. There we go. It is going to snap in. Perfect. Reliability. There we go. So we have all these 3. Now, the next thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding in a couple, okay? I'm going to add in a couple of the clips. I'm going to press on B to delete this part because we're not going to be needing that. Now, the next clips that I'm going to be applying is going to be, let's say, starting off from the yellow, or let's say I'm going to start off with the red. I'm going to put in the yellow, and then I'm going to put in the green. Okay, I'm just going to keep it just in this case. Press on B. There we go. Press on A to delete the rest of them. I'm going to double click on this and I'm going to check it out how long it is. There you go. You can see it is starting from 16 up to 21, 21, up to 24. I'm going to keep this all in this place so I can check it out if they are working properly. A, B, to cut out the clips over here. Delete, delete. Okay, so we have all of them in this case. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the speed. 1.5 on each and every one of them. 1.5 and 1.5. So I'm going to play out each and every one of them. I'm going to make sure that these are also a bit shorter, so I'm going to keep it 2. Let's try keeping 2, or let's say 3 point, or let's I'm going to keep it 4. I'm also going to keep it 4. So all of them basically has the same. 4x, do the same thing over here. 4x. So for each and every one of these transitions, I'm going to be applying a fast, speedy transition. Okay. So for that, what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to add in the track over here. So I'm going to go off over here on the race car. I'm going to apply this again over here. Press on B. Press on Control Z. It's going to start off from here. So I'm going to cut it out from this part. Press on this. Press on A. I'm going to extract it for this part. I'm going to find another one. Okay, starting from here, I'm going to extract another one. A on this. And for another one. Okay, so we found another one. So I'm going to press on B. I'm just going to cut out this part over here. Delete. I'm going to take it on this one. Okay. So we have all of the effects applied. So we have the transition applied, but we still did not apply any transition on our clip. Okay. So what I basically have to do over here is I'm going to remove them, delete, and delete. I'm going to go off to pixels.com again, and I'm going to search for something cinematic, something like this. And click on download. I'm going to wait for a bit until this has been downloaded on my device. There we go. It is downloading. It will take like a couple of seconds to download this up. Now, after this one has been downloaded, I'm going to also try out a couple of the other ones. Let's say something like this, or maybe like this. This one looks quite good. I'm going to download this. I'm going to wait for a while until this one has also been downloaded on my device. So all of them have been downloaded, and I'm going to click on import. I'm going to select the other ones. Let's say I'm going to click on large icons. There we go. These are the two ones. Click on open, and both of them has been opened up too. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this. Okay, instead of that, I can replace it with one of these over here. I'm going to remove this instead of that. We have this from 5.0 up till this part. So I'm going to try applying this over here. And I'm going to check this out if this matches perfectly. Press on B. Control Z to undo the process. Delete. I'm going to turn all of these off because I'm going to be changing the clip over here. I'm going to cut out this part over here. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to be removing this one. Now I'm going to try playing all of these. Now I'm going to combine them together so that all of them are connected. Okay, so we have the transitions applied. Now the last clip that I'm going to apply over here is this. I'm going to reduce the sound of this because this one is not that good. Instead, I'm going to cut this out and I'm going to be using the car racing audio. Okay, if this doesn't suit, we can obviously go off to Pixabay over here. I'm going to click on this. We have this over here. Instead of that, I'm going to click or find something, let's say, inside car. I'm just going to click on download. This one has been downloaded. So I'm going to go off to CapCut again, click on import, and there we go, acceleration inside of car. There we go. So we have the clips totally ready. I'm going to press on B on this one. Remove that out because we're not going to be needing that. Now, the last thing that we need to do is we have to apply the transition step by step. Okay, so that is going to be taking a bit of time over here. I'm going to apply a bit of fade in and out. There we go. Now, the last thing you're going to do is go off the transition over here. And then we have to apply a fast transition, okay? So I'm going to put in, let's say, pull in, pull out. That should be perfect. I'm going to start off from here. There we go. Over here, I'm going to also apply pull out. Pull out over here. Okay, I have to apply it at the back. There's no current clip, so I'm going to keep it like this. So over here, I'm going to try applying this. There we go. We have a couple of these clips over here. Apply this pull out, pull in, pull out again. I'm going to apply, let's say, a whoosh effect over here. Now I'm going to try playing all of these. There we go. Looking quite good. Now, one thing that I'm going to do over here is that I don't want the same things over and over again. Okay, so we have the pull in and out over here, but instead I maybe want a color glitch, which might make it look a bit better. Color glitch over here, color glitch. And I'm just going to move it to the left. We can also apply the other type of transitions that are applied over here. You can see this one is looking quite good. Instead of that, I'm going to apply a pull out over here. Okay. Now, the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to change all of these into 9:6. Now, if you want to fix that out, you can also increase the size of them if you want to. But instead of that, you can also try out the couple of other variants that are over here. 4:3. Maybe the next time I want is 3:4, like this. Let's try a bit different. Let's say maybe 1:1. Okay, so this is basically how you will make your speedy transition video edit just by using CapCut. So it depends on what type of resources you get. And basically after you're done, just go off to export, select, let's say, the frame rate, which is one of the most important thing. Now, I would prefer keeping it on 60 FPS and then keep the codec on H.26. And obviously keep the resolution 1080p. But if you want higher, you can also go and do that. Okay, so thank you for watching this video up till the very end, and hope you understood about everything in this class on how you'll be able to make a speedy transition video edit. You can also make it much more interesting if you want to, but this is just as an example of how you'll be able to create it as an idea. So thank you again, and without any further ado, let's move on to our next class of social media video edit using CapCut.